I've been feeling just a little bit low. Got to get back to the show and we'll fly. Yeah. You don't have to feel like you're on your own. No one should have to dance alone, not tonight. For somebody to make memories in a bank forever in time. There's no reason to be hard to find, 'cause we've already lost our mind. You and me, we're gonna write a little history. You and me, just show me love and then you'll see. Memories that we make, they are never gonna fade for a lifetime. We don't give no shade if you wanna hide away. We just have you trying to play second drills up in the memory bank.
Ploughing through the matches with strength, placings decided at length. 8 teams stand before us, there can only be 4, money galore. It's not time to debate, it's time to levitate.
You gotta get my vibe on the
Activate. Good evening everyone on the APAC server. Great to see a lot of you already in, waiting for the Challengers Grand Final. You just saw the trailer for the Professionals Tournament, and while you are watching the Challengers Tournament Grand Final, I hope you will all join back for tomorrow as the Professional Tournament continues to barrel on. I'm not sure if that's the right collocation, but there is a lot to say tonight, so I hope you'll bear with me, and please pay attention to the instructions that's going to appear soon. But first of all, let's talk about the Challengers Tournament format. It is a double elimination format here for both group stage and final stage. For the group stage, there are 2 groups of 4 teams, and those matches are played in a best of 5 series. The top 2 of each group would advance to the final stage, where in total there are 4 teams in this bracket. Again, a 4-team double elimination. The seeding would be first in Group 1 versus second in Group 2 and vice versa. What it means by double elimination, everyone, it is this. So a team will be eliminated if they lose again. If they lose the fixtures twice. If they lose 2 fixtures, then they are out of fighting. However, if they are through to the grand final, which is marked by the number 6 here, they will qualify to the second stage, where we're talking about the group stage. And the final stage will be the same, but there is no third stage, so ignore that. This is the timeline of the autumn season. The Challengers Tournament will conclude tonight, and also Lower Echelon Championship. At the same time, the Professionals Tournament will continue, and please tune into my future Professionals Tournament streams. And the fight has gone really intense. So far, the top spot ID is just only ahead of the 6th placer by 1 round win. Anything can still happen, and you don't want to miss anything. In the last 2 days of the Professionals Tournament on the APAC server, loads can still happen. I am not sure if there are rescheduling of the matches today for the 21st of November 3rd. The final round. I will have to check the game and see if that's the case. And we also have the Blitz Ultimate Cup, which is going to be comprised of top 4 clans of the Professionals Tournament, and they will be fighting for a prize pool of $50,000 US. These are the dates for the Blitz Ultimate Cup. For the APAC server, we are looking at the 29th and the 30th of November. This is the November schedule, so we still have a lot of games going on, and we are pretty much almost the end. We're pretty much almost at the end, and I think all the attention will turn towards the next 2 days, and there will be a lot of fighting, there will be a lot of competition. Any clan that are currently in the top 7 even can still have a chance to get top 4. You don't want to miss anything there. Once again, please follow my future streams. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and also hit the notification bell for the next 2 days for the APAC server. Once again, I am encouraging every single one of you that are watching this stream to follow the professional tournament tomorrow and also the day after tomorrow. This is the bracket for the Challengers Tournament final stage. We have BRWN currently not losing any fixtures at all, but SZ has gone really close against BRWN, so they could potentially pull off an upset here. Their route has been less successful. In Group 1, once they also faced BRWN in the upper bracket final and also the grand final where they lost against them twice. And this time as well, the only opponent they lost to is BRWN. And BRWN versus SZ would have fought against one another for at this point 3 times. This is going to be their 4th time this season against one another. So BRWN will be very familiar with how SZ plays, but SZ will be trying their best to find the weak spots in BRWN's strategies and positioning. This is the grand final we're following, so BRWN versus SZ in the grand finals, and the reason why I say SZ is an underdog in the description is that the power rating is showing more than 100 rating points of difference between BRWN and SZ. BRWN currently is in the top 8 of the power rating, and if SZ wins against BRWN, BRWN will drop rating points, and Norma potentially could overtake BRWN again to reach top 8 if they manage to win a couple of the games. But if BRWN wins, then I'm very certain that BRWN will be ending up in the top 8 in the power rating. But we will see what's going on. On the other hand, we have the lower echelon championship grand final with ARWV versus UQ, and ARWV, the gap is not that big, so the scoreline is going to be a lot tighter in my opinion. But ARWV is tipped to win the lower echelon championship, but maybe not as big as BRWN. BRWN, they are pretty much the runaway favorites, and I do think they deserve top 8, but then there can only be 8 teams in the professionals tournament, so one team has to be left out in the end. That is an unfortunate fact, but these are the maps for the 2022 autumn season. There is no Ghost Factory and Hellas. They are removed from the map pool for now. So altogether we have 22 maps here. Mapbox has made the following predictions. For the Challengers Tournament, the grand final, BRWN is predicted to win SZ 5-2, which is a big scoreline. And will that happen tonight? On the other hand, we have ARWV versus UQ predicted to go to a tiebreaker in favor of ARWV. And this is the most important part of the stream here. Please follow the instructions for getting the fan containers. So first of all, you need to go to the website asia.blitz.com, and you need to click onto this tournament button on the upper tab there. After clicking this button, you'll be shown this screen as exactly as shown on the slide. And what you need to do, you need to click onto the Challengers Tournament tab here, not the Professionals Tournament tab, not the big blob here, the smaller blob on the upper right hand corner. After clicking this button, you will be transferred to this page, and here you need to click on this button here, which is My Stream. And after clicking this button, you'll be shown this page, and this is going to be the page where you'll be able to log in and also get your rewards. Just press the login button here, and you'll be able to get your rewards from your APAC account. But you must be logging in with your APAC account, APAC server account. If you don't, then you can't log in and you can't get fan containers. So be careful of that. Make sure you enable your targeting cookies. This is the cookie that will enable you to watch my stream. If you don't, you will see a grey screen and you won't get rewards if you are seeing only a grey screen there. So make sure you enable your targeting cookies here. And this can be found when you scroll down, and I think you can see the cookie settings link there. Make sure you watch the stream on the Wargaming website. If you don't, you won't get any rewards for watching the stream on YouTube or any other media which will provide the stream. So make sure you watch the stream on the Wargaming website. It also reap all the rewards. And this is pretty much it for me. Thank you all for watching. This is my TED Talk. What one's helper? Okay, so the room is up. Let's go in with Brown versus SZ on Rockfield. But let's go to the lounge for now, because we don't want to show you the lineup so early. Okay, so this is the Challengers Tournament final stage. Brown versus SZ. One game to watch, and obviously this is going to be exciting AF. Lower Echelon Championship final stage. The grand finals will be ARWV versus UQ. Another great game to watch. ARWV, they are known for stealing caps. Can UQ deal with that issue? And Brown vs SZ. I am very impressed with SZ as they continuously improve throughout the season. They are one of the very few clans in the Challengers Tournament that can do the focus fire really well. And the issue that I told in the said in the previous streams would be their inability to penetrate their shots. Have they solved that issue? Hope we would see that, but it will be a bit too fast for them to make that improvement so quickly. As for Brown, they are very good in strategies. Focus fire maybe not as well, but the strategies, the positioning, I mean, it looks like they have more experience thanks to two foreign players on Brown's team, which was from First Alliance on the EU server, and I believe they are OCRY or OLRCY, is it? OLRCY from the CI server, if I remember correctly. So they have a lot of experience on how to play tournaments, and they will give Brown a lot of insights on how to play tournaments. So Brown, this is why Brown is considered the huge favourites of the Challengers Tournament. And I'm going to say hello to everyone. Thank you all for jumping in. Hello Van Persie, hello Moshinique, hello Porielica, hello Nist, hello Fordon, hello Every, thank you for joining in, hello Killshock, hello Foxy, hello Fak. I'm not cursing here, so don't quote me on that. Fakria, I think that's how you pronounce that. Hello Kawaii Fury Lover, hello Hectico, and hello Steven, and hello to essentially the Japanese person that is chatting in the stream at the moment. We'll go in now. Rockfield, Brown versus SZ. Changing to the scene here. Let's actually check whether I've got the right scoreboard. I do get the right scoreboard. We'll go in. Brown will be seeing Siraj in the 60 TP, Mr. Insane and Horizon double IS4 Memento in the T100 LT with Strashly in the Type 71 alongside Kawaii and Ultimate. Motionic's not here tonight, so there's only like one foreign player that is playing currently. Or maybe I am wrong about the roster here. There is some exchanges of words in the chat there, the global chat, but Shiroko looking to get spots onto Brown, but got shot at the start. SZ, on the other hand, will be looking for double 60 TP, and IS4, NAM60 Sheridan, and double Type 71s. We're seeing here Memento looking to get A more quickly than SZ getting C. A will be captured very soon, it will be the case. And Brown has the cap lead. Oh, Mr. Insane dropping immediately to B, trying to give Brown even bigger cap advantage, but we are seeing Russia trying to put a reset shell onto Mr. Insane, but it wasn't successful. He's also getting shot at here, and Brown gets B successfully. Now pressure's onto SZ here, but they're able to bleed Memento for a couple of hit points, so Brown needs not to drop unnecessary hit points here. They have the caps, and Strashly is in that Type 71, will be meeting E-Cannon, and won't be shooting anything. He allows E-Cannon to kind of flank from behind, but he has to approach this one carefully because he's like the only tank that is in this area, but at the same time we could see Russia that might be in a little bit of trouble. And we could see now Brown coming in to get E-Cannon out of the way, and as said, they need to start making push onto the outside, and they're doing so. E-Cannon needs to survive for as long as he could, with Brown, Horizon going, and also Siraj looking to put shells onto E-Cannon. E-Cannon bounces the shell onto Horizon, but Siraj, big bounce there. On the other hand, we are seeing a push coming from SZ, but that was not a big push here. Big shots onto Kawaii, but also some big battles around B. Hit points still in favor of Brown, but Brown, they need to kill E-Cannon out of the way as soon as possible, but at the same time, SZ is struggling a little bit in terms of getting the tanks out. And Russia needs to get Kawaii out of the way, but it was Kawaii getting the kill on Russia. Now it's a 7 versus 5. The hit points still in favor of Brown, but finally a kill onto Mr. Insane, and Ultimate is also quite low, and that's definitely needs to get Ultimate out of the fight here. They can't hesitate because they are now regrouping. Brown is now regrouping, and SZ, they have 2 caps, that will be helpful, but they don't have the hit points. They really need the hit points and also conserve the hit points, but Strashly is also quite isolated. I think Shiroko, or otherwise known as Frozen, puts a great shot onto Strashly, and we could see a counter push coming from Brown. They really need it. There are a couple of isolated tanks of SZ. Daytona, great shots onto Siraj, and Horizon trying to get the 6 TPs out of the way. It's a good shot onto Hu Tao, but Horizon might get double tap, but Hu Tao misses that shot, or it's a bounce, I think. Horizon needs to get a kill, but it's Strashly getting the kill. This has to send it into pandemonium. Anything can still happen in the last few moments here. Horizon is dead, Piranha is now dead. Memento looking to get Shiroko out of the fight, and Daytona needs to stay alive, and Gobu absolutely needs to put a shot in. Great shot onto Strashly. Shiroko is dead. Daytona is very low, and the hit points are still in favor of Brown, but only 1 kill is enough for Brown, and they get the... Oh no! SZ got the win just in time, and if Daytona gets the kill, but he couldn't. He couldn't get the kill. It could have been a winning shot there. SZ actually won! Ah! By caps! Oh my lord, Brown! What has happened here? It was going up so evenly. I thought they had it in the bag when they got pretty much everyone out of the fight, but suddenly the sudden death scenario, they weren't able to get the cap spent. I mean, they forgot to cap A? Is that what I'm seeing there? Yeah, I have to double check, but if that's the case, that's a huge mistake. You should have done that. Yeah, you have tanks that are still alive and up and running. It was a really good. It was pretty close to the end. I think SZ. There's a bit of hesitation here. They were trying. They had the advantage when one of the Type 71 gets pushed from Brown spawn. That is the indication for Brown for SZ to push in to get those isolated tanks up on A. They weren't quick enough in doing so, and they lost quite a lot of hit points there. But they got the caps. They got A back, and they also have C. So that was very important for them. But they want to bring this fight a bit more comfortable. But they kind of snatched the win in the end, and that is very crucial here. Alright, so let's say Brown versus SZ. Brown, quintuple Type 71s, 1 IS4 and 1 200 LT SZ. Let's go back in and see. SZ, we have a Concept 1B, an M61 Mouse, a Sheridan, and triple Type 71. No, Steven, you can't earn rewards if you do not have an APAC account. Let's go back up and see. Let's go with Brown, this time going to C, and SZ. Are they going? They're also going for C, so this could be big. This could become a brawl. But we follow Shiroko or Frozen in the Sheridan as he lights up the squad of Brown. But you can't spot anything just yet. You can't spot anything going into A, so maybe that's an indication that Brown will not be on A. And they got tank spotted near C. Shots have been fired onto Mr. Insane. Then Horizon is going straight onto C. Capping that cap here, that is going to give Brown the cap advantage, but it's a great shot onto Russia. And can Brown continue to get that C here? Oh, great shots from Brown onto Russia. They're getting aggressive. They're trying to shut the SZ tanks down near C with the mouse here. Important, acting as the pivot for SZ to rotate if possible, but you can see Brown getting very aggressive, trying to get the tanks out, and SZ is struggling to cope with the ferocity of Brown. At the same time, you can see SZ going in to take out Mr. Insane. That's a good call from SZ, but they need to get the tanks out. Great shot onto Mr. Insane, but Piranha, I think he should have gone for Mr. Insane, but look at Brown's focus fire right now. They're now tagging up Ecan. On the other hand, the other tanks of Brown have now tagged up Russia. As they got Mr. Insane out of the way. This has descended into battle, and Memento is trying to run away, but receives a big shot from Hu Tao. But this is a big, huge fight here. Ultimate is not going to be long for this world. It will be Shiroko that's going to get that kill. And also Hu Tao turning his tank, trying to get Horizon out of the way. Horizon getting surrounded by 5 or 6 tanks, but Round suddenly flanks from behind, and Ecan is now dead. It's still anyone's game to call. It's all about focus fire at this point, and Daytona needs to get the shot in, and he's going to put a shot. Oh, it's about onto Strashny, unable to put a full clip there. The Mental is finally dead. The hit was still neck and neck. It's a 4 versus 4 situation. The mouse is holding up well. Needs to put a shot in, but it's not going to be the case. Piranha is dead. You can see Frozen trying to put a shot onto Strashny, but I think it's again a bounce. Gobu, it's going to be Hu Tao getting the kill onto Strashny, and Gobu is not the focus, it's Hu Tao that is the focus. Brown needs the tanks out of the way, but as we can see, Frozen or Shiroko is going to be a crucial member here. He's a light tank, he has a lot of DPM, he has a lot of mobility, and he needs to put a shot onto Horizon. It's a great kill there, and Hu Tao is a one shot here. Brown cannot fluff that shell. Shiroko tried to shield. Hu Tao, can he do that? Oh, that's a great bounce there. Shiroko gets rammed by Kawaii. Kawaii is getting furious. So Raja's on fire and gets taken up by Frozen Shiroko. Now Brown gets Hu Tao out of the way. What a game, what a game. Both teams scored a couple of crucial bounces, and it's another bounce from Shiroko onto Kawaii. Look at this. Both teams getting the focus fire on point, to be honest with you. This is like splitting hairs. In the end, it was NZ that come out on top with the kind of hit point push sharing and also the focus fire discipline. The hitless, they saw it out really nicely. Brown not far away from winning, to be honest with you. But that was a bounce from Shiroko onto Kawaii. Great shot from Gobu onto Kawaii with now Shiroko coming in. They need the kill. They need the kill. They got the kill. Well done to SZ, and Brown will be suffering another defeat. Bring this to a 0-2 now. SZ now is gaining the momentum, and they need to continue that momentum with 4 tanks doing more than 2k. And Brown also 4 tanks doing more than 2k. I am very impressed of what I'm seeing so far. If I told you this is a professional tournament game, then you would have believed it, then you would believe me there with that. So this goes on to show how high the quality of gameplay is with the APAC server tonight so far. It's really good. It's really, really good. Both teams are stepping up their game. The Brown, they have to be even more careful now. I think both teams are doing really well at the moment. They just need some good focus fire and good opportunities to isolate tanks, but unfortunately, as said, was on the better end at the moment here. Okay, now let's look at the lineup for both teams. We're on Camstia. Cannon in the biggest line, Daytona, M60 Piranha, FV215B and quadruple type 71s taken by Frozen or Shiroko, Hu Tao, Russia and Gobu with Brown. Horizon in the WZ13 alongside Kawaii. Oh my god, Brown, they need 7 players. Mr. Sensei needs to ready up. Oh. Let's continue to announce the lineup after going into the match. We also have Siraj in the 60TP, Memento in the T100 LT, Strashny in the Type 71 alongside Mr. Insane and Ultimate, and Brown is trying to do the Berlin's pep talk, but you have to ask Berlin how to do the pep talk because they're typing it on the chat. Just well, seriously, Brown hasn't played terribly so far. It's like again GB versus RM, where GB also didn't play terribly, but they lost 0-4, and the scoreline sometimes don't reflect the truth. And I think this is the case. We are seeing E-Cannon going up this hill, Memento is spotted, Gobu is spotted, and Brown is bantering in the chat, trying to get the morale up. And they really need the morale here, because they don't want to spiral down to absolute tilt. And we can see Russia is very isolated, but at the same time, SZ has dropped a little bit of hit points here. Not the best start, but Strasny, whoa, this is aggressive stuff. Russia has to turn back and try to take out Strasny, but we can see Piranha putting a good shot onto Strasny. Can Strasny get A? Can Strasny get A? Shiroko or Frozen has spotted Strasny. Strasny can't get A. And this is what I say about Camstia. Both teams are able to reset A, B, and C, and you can't really do much about it. And the reason why Camsia has the notorious nickname is because this happens. No teams have the cap advantage. No teams have any caps. So with this situation unfolding, both teams would have to wait for a really long time and find a way to break down the other team's defensive line. And there are 5 more minutes to go, and at this rate we can use all 5 minutes. So we would see Memento trying to get a little bit more information from Brown, but Gobu is also a bit aggressive there, peeking up. Spotted, but won't get shot at. Memento tries to fire a shot, but it didn't hit anywhere. And again, Memento will attempt a shot. Oh, blind! No, is it blind fire? I don't think it's a blind fire. A well-timed shot onto Gobu just in time before Gobu gets back unspotted. Or we can see a little bit of a fight here between Russia and Mr. Insane. Oh, Mr. Insane almost got the shot in. Oh, there we go. Oh, Mr. Insane receives a bounce. There is still action happening at the moment. Both teams are bleeding one another nicely. But if it still happens like that, we could see Frozen relocating. I think SZ might be lining up. I'm not sure. Oh, we can see Siraj dropping into B here. Can Ikanon reset B? Hu Tao is spotted, but we could see Ikanon, can he reset Siraj? I don't think it's possible. But big shot going into Hu Tao here. Again, we could see, oh, Siraj receives a track shot and some HE splash, but Brown successfully gets B. This will speed things up a little bit, but 4 cap points per 2 seconds of increase, but at the same time, you can see Brown stacking up near A. We could see a push coming in for Russia soon, but at the same time, we can see more action happening around C. Brown has dropped the ball, but they're bleeding in trying to get the caps. They're getting a little bit greedy, but now Russia is in deep trouble. The tanks near C has to stay alive, has to be more defensive. They don't want to lose Horizon like that because Russia will not last for long. This is the move. This is the move that could work, and really well, and a really important track shot. And Russia will dive down to the river, and we are seeing Memento also very low, but Kawaii and also Horizon doing the Lambda defensive strat, the Lambda shielding, but it doesn't seem to work. With Horizon now dead, Russia is also now dead. Now Brown, they have B, but they have a couple of hit points, but Kawaii has been isolated. They really need to start getting other tanks out of the way. And Kawaii, absolutely, he's going to be very important. He has to get Gobu out of the way. Can he get the shots in? He can't bounce. It's going to be a great shot, but that shot landed a little bit too late, and he got taken out. Although that shot landed, that is more important in my opinion. But as that, they have more tanks, and that is very crucial. We are looking at 2 more minutes to go, and they're singling out Hu Tao here with ultimate coming in from the right side of Hu Tao. They need that tank out of the way. Memento needs to stay alive. It's going to take a really defensive position here, but at the same time, Gobu is very low. Piranha is an isolated tank, drops the speed boost and try to pull back. Mr. Insane, great shot to Piranha. So Raj, very low, misses that shell onto Shiroko. With also Memento now farming from behind, looking to put a great shot onto Daytona, and he is going to cause a lot of issues for Essen. Essen is bleeding a lot now. Piranha is now dead. Shiroko is not going to last long for this world. Siraj is dead. It's a 4 versus 4. Great kill to Gobu. Things are coming together nicely for Brown. And that's said, the attempt on B won't happen here. Shiroko or Frozen will try to run away, and Memento misses that shell to Shiroko. Shiroko's down to a 1 shot, but with only 1 minute to go. Either way, Brown is going to win unless SZ manages to pull off an unlikely comeback with a lot of kills. Ultimate is killed! That's a great kill from Daytona, but Shiroko won't be alive. Ikanon in that biggest light. He's going to be really important. If he kills Memento, there is still hope. There is still hope for SZ. There are only 40 more seconds to go. SZ, they need to kill 3 tanks within this 40 seconds here. Can they do it? They can win by caps here. And Brown just need to stay alive. Daytona is now coming in, looking to get Mr. Insane here. But only 26 more seconds to go. Daytona, it's now or never. You need the kills. You need the kills. Great shot onto Mr. Insane. Great kill to Mr. Insane. Ikenon coming from behind. Great kill onto Memento. Strasny, 10 more seconds to survive. Can he survive? 10 more seconds unless Ikenon is able to pull off an ammo rack. It's a bounce, sadly. And as said, won't be able to win this. All 7 minutes have been used. And it's going to be Brown that gets 1 match back. Ooh. What a tight game it is. 3 times 3-1-2K for SZ and 4 times 3-1-2K for Brown. It has gone down to the wire. Had SZ be provided a couple more seconds, they might have been able to win this one. And Brown, they were struggling to survive in the end. I was a bit scared there. But all in all, Brown has managed this one better. Although it was very chaotic, to be honest with you. But it's what they need. It's what they need. A win is a win. I'm going to pin the link of what is it? There we go. And we go back in. Winter Fox Light. SZ could have won there too. Wait, SZ won? Alright, so we'll go in here. Camsteer, Brown versus SZ. To be honest, I don't know much about anime, to every's dismay. So this is why I can say the names with a straight face, and please don't, you know, look down upon animes. Animes can be really good. It's like another form of art, so so let's go up high here with this time Brown from the North spawn. Let's double check. I forgot to update the scoreboard, so please bear with me on that. Now it has been updated with SZ from the south side going to spread out. Yeah, they're going to spread out with Russia in the Type 71 looking to get in position to reset B. And there we are seeing Russia ready to reset B. Brown decides to drop into B. At the same time, we could see Brown going straight onto A. They might get the cap there. SZ, do they have shots to reset B, A? Do they not have shots to reset A? I think they are going to ignore A for now. Are they going to get B? Oh, A has been... it's now being captured. Siraj Internet is in deep trouble. So, if SZ wins, we all know it's because of Siraj Internet. SZ is trying to sabotage the internet of Brown, which I'm definitely joking. You can't do that. Sirocco has been spotted trying to get C. Oh, but it's a trade here between Sirocco or Frozen and Mr. Insane. Let's get back up and see. Brown got A and shots onto Strasny here. But with A being captured quite early, we're talking about 4 cap points with 2 seconds of increase. So essentially, we are talking about 300 seconds more to go for both teams. In order for the cap points to go to 1000. So we're talking about 5 minutes. So if SZ manages to kill a tank that we could once again use up all 7 minutes. And I have to say, World of Tanks Blitz Clan Wars tournaments have improved my mathematical mental skills a lot. I mean, you saw me doing a lot of these maths quickly. But Siraj gets shots at and the badger, but you don't want to be badgered. I don't know. What is this? This is bad. Now I'm getting the dislikes for making a terrible joke. So, Siraj has been shot from everywhere. So we're going to be seeing AZ with a strong hit point pool lead. And Siraj keeps on bleeding. Maybe Siraj will die. Oh, Siraj is in deep trouble here. Although Brown has... I don't know if Brown has advantage on A, because SZ has more tanks positioned there. Brown is joking about Siraj, his hit points, but with SZ, they have the advantage. Trastly is also getting shots at here. Oh, is Brown fighting against one another? Are we seeing turmoil within Brown? I think they're just bantering at this moment here. We see Yi Cannon looking to push shots onto ultimate. Brown hasn't been able to bleed SZ here. They still have the hit point cap points though, but SZ, they have a strong hit point pool advantage. Hu Tao has been shot at. Shiroko or Frozen is also being shot at. Brown is trying their best to get back the hit points, but it's going to be unsuccessful because now SZ... Oh, big shot onto Mr. Insane. Mr. Insane is trying to go to A to support the team to try and fortify the defensive line of A. But we can also see Russia might be able to get a lot of crossfires there. Siraj is finally dead. The cap points are still in favor of Brown. Even with that kill there, SZ has to kill all 7 tanks pretty much. They are now jumping into SZ, trying to get... Sorry, SZ is jumping into A, trying to get that base back. Oh, we can see some action happening. Brown needs Hu Tao off the way. Big shot from Horizon here, but most of the action is around A. And they really need the tanks out. Hu Tao is dead. That's a great kill there. Kawaii, great shot onto Gobu, but Brown, they need focus fire. The focus fire is not quite there yet. SZ so far, but better focus fire with great shots, great kills. Kawaii is dead. And we only have 2 more minutes to go. Big shots onto ultimate and also Mr. Insane. Shiroko is dead. Memento is going to get C. But for the first time, SZ will have the cat lead. We also have Strasny being taken out. This is the dominant performance by SZ. Although Memento will get C, but it's too little, too late. Brown dropped too many hit points on the defense. It's a huge problem. As I said already previously against or during the previous skill tournaments, they are prone to losing a lot of hit points while defending, and Memento is drifting. We can see the skid tracks of Memento, but look at SZ. This is the end of the day for Memento. It's looking like a doomsday for him, but it's going to be SZ that gets the 4th match. Well done to SZ. They are now going to be leading by 3-1. The pressure is still on for Brown. They have to do really well now. SZ is getting really close, really close and winning the Challengers tournament. Again, they have 5 tanks doing more than 2k. They certainly have continued to improve with their focus fire and their pushes. Once again, it's just the shots. They need to penetrate the shots. Otherwise, SZ looks unstoppable tonight. Brown, on the other hand, only 1 tank doing more than 2k, which is Horizon, and the T110 need 3. The rest of the team has let him down because of their inability to conserve hit points, and we can see Brown now. Their form has started to dip. They started brilliantly, but they seem to falter as the game progresses, and they really need to make a comeback now. New Bay is a totally different map than both Rockfield and Camstia. This is all about brawls and individual fights there, and Brown might be on the advantage here with the brawls and the individual skills. Arguably, they penetrate more shells than SZ, but we aren't really seeing that tonight so far. SZ, this might be the map that might break them. But if they are able to win at least one, then they will be on the match point and they could potentially win the title. So things could still happen. But this is not the map I would expect SZ to play well in. But I might be very wrong about this. SZ might have found a way to tackle the map, the disadvantage they have with this map. So we will see. Since when Sheridan has a lot of DPM, there was a buff. I think you missed that. This is why a lot of teams have taken the Sheridan now, because the DPM has been improved massively. Now we can see Brown looking to go to A, and that said, also going to A. This could turn to a Raw Fest soon. Mr. Insane has been spotted. Manny has been spotted. We could see Brown, great shots onto E-Cannon, but they really need to hold out here. B have been captured. Has been captured, I mean. And we can see Daytona. Oh, great shots to Strasny. What is Strasny doing here? Uh-oh. SZ, although not able to put all of their shells in, Strasny has taken a beating while going to the slope here. As on the other hand, they're going to make a big push on the horizon. This can be a really good call. While Brown is capturing A with two tanks. Horizon won't last long, but E-Cannon is also very, very low. So it's all about SZ. They need the efficiency. But Brown is very, very spread out at the moment. SZ seems to be a bit more together. And they aren't able to get Horizon quickly enough. But it will be Piranha that gets the kill here. E-Cannon is now dead, but Horizon lands a great shell onto Gobu. Piranha will bounce onto Horizon. Oh dear, SZ. The shot efficiency is not in their favor with Brown. Now they have made a comeback. They're going to get all their focus here. We are seeing shots and fights from the top and the bottom, and we are seeing Mr. Insane dead. Horizon also out of the fight. Brown with 3 caps. This is looking really, really strong. Gobu is out of the fight. SZ. This is what I say about New Bay not being their map, because this is all about brawls, all about getting your shots in. SZ simply bounces too many shells. Despite a good call in the push, they weren't able to take out tanks quickly enough. Brown was able to make use of the time here to regroup and get all the caps and get all the kills. Shiroko is dead. Rushia is there. Daytona not going to last long, leaving Piranha the last person standing. Well done to Brown. This is more like it for Brown. Once again, the scoreline is going to go up evenly. Piranha is now down to a 1-shot, and that's it. We'll have to fight for another battle in order to get to a match point. Brown, really great job here. 3-2-4 SZ, and let's actually end the poll here. 62% of you said SZ is going to win. No, Brown is going to win. Sorry, this is what I see from the poll there. What a great job from Brown with 5 tanks. 4 tanks doing more than 2k. That said, 1 tank doing more than 2k. Brown is steadily getting that comeback, and this is their good map. And exactly what I said, SZ, they need shots in. They need to get their shells in. Aim a little bit longer. They have a good push. They just need to get their shots in. That is what is holding them back at the moment. SZ will be taking quintuple type 71s and double VKs. Brown, on the other hand, quintuple type 71s and a double 60 TP. Hello, Pink Puffins, how are you doing? Yeah, Berlin apparently doesn't do that. It's a myth. It's a myth that I've created, and I just went along with it, actually. Just reacting to the chat here. And there we go. Brown. Have I announced the lineup? I think I've announced the lineup. There's the Cupo type 71s across the board. We only have 20 more seconds to go. New Bay, Brown, and SZ. Love that this grand final is going out evenly, and yeah, very high quality gameplay from both teams. It's all about the form. Now, with Brown getting the momentum, if they manage to get another win against SZ on New Bay, this is going to help them a lot. The momentum is back for Brown, but is it?
Let's get this show on the road.
But is it enough? Will SZ be able to get something from this? Now Brown's going to commit their forces over to C, and SZ will commit their forces over to the bridge side and also to B. Yeah, we can see SZ going mostly to A, and the bridge side with C looking to be captured by Brown, with Siraj staying there, Memento coming in to get that cap. Sirocco in that type 71. We could see we saw some tanks of Brown getting spotted, but with Frozen in this type 71, we'll be trying to spot something. Frozen. Can you do it? Frozen is very isolated there, but he has support. There are tanks behind him, but they are not looking in the way of Sirocco or Frozen. Oh! Frozen's been spotted! Big shots onto Memento Siraj! Fluffs the shell. How dare you? I think with this bounce right there, we can safely remove Siraj from the roster. Just joking. You can't do that. Brown will lose prizes if they remove people from the clan immediately. So you don't want to do that. And look at Piranha. Big shot onto Siraj there. It's a bounce from Memento onto Piranha. Are we seeing a push coming in from Brown? Unfortunately, I think Brown might be pushing on to a numerical advantage of SZ. Now, suddenly it becomes that Brown will have to find Piranha. But Brown is focusing their attention onto Hu Tao and Diatunda instead. These three tanks needs to hold, needs to stay alive. Piranha can do absolute amazing stuff, but he's going to help me. May not be the best idea. I would say they really need the three tanks out. Brown, they at least need to take out a tank, but they're struggling to do so. Russia, big shot from Siraj there, and Sirocco needs to stay alive. Memento has been tracked, and we have seen Hawaii also dead. The hit point, no, it's a bounce from Memento. Siraj has also been killed. Brown is ignoring Piranha at the moment. They got EK. That's really important. It's a 5 versus 5 right now. The hit points are neck and neck. Memento absolutely have to land the next shell, but it's going to be... Oh my god, Hu Tao gets the kill onto Memento, and an Emerald it is. Sirocco's now down to a one shot, which is a kill, a ram kill onto Sirocco's Chastity. One shot here. Hu Tao, it's a one shot. It's now a one shot. Brown is trying their best on their focus fire, and Strasny lands the shot onto Hu Tao. It's still anyone's game, but the effective DPM is with Brown at the moment. They just need Russia out of the fight. And it's going to be the case. Strasny from the back is going to cause a lot of trouble. Scope is trying to tag Strasny here. And he needs a kill. He gets the kill onto Strasny. Now can Brown make a comeback here? It's going to be really, really hard. Manny is now quite low. And Mr. Insane brawling with Gobu. And Gobu needs to put that shell in. Piranha is going to bounce onto Manny. A first bounce there. But Manny needs to put a shell onto Gobu. It's a double tap here. And there is still chance. There is still chance for Brown. They have the caps. They need to survive. Piranha needs to get a shot in onto Manny. And it's going to be a bounce again from Piranha. Oh, SZ bounces is costing them the game. Great shot onto Piranha. I think Brown is steadily making a comeback. But Miss Sensei also bounces. Both Brown and SZ are bouncing shots. If Piranha is able to kill Manny, this can change a lot. Here's the kill. Miss Sensei, great shot onto Egobu. Now, oh dear, oh dear. Egobu needs to put a shell onto Miss Sensei. Miss Sensei trying to get in a much better position to get Gobu out. It's going to be a case for Piranha. Big shot onto Mr. Insane now. Oh dear. Mr. Insane needs to land a shell onto Piranha. This is still anyone's game to call. But now, Piranha, this is the moment for him to shine. Mr. Insane just needs to stay alive for a little longer. He can't fluff that shell. There's not a lot more time here. If I were Mr. Insane, just stay alive. Just stay alive. Oh my gosh. Come on, come on, come on. Mr. Insane, don't die. Oh, it's a kill onto Piranha. Bringing this to a 3-3 now. Even Stevens, Brown almost lost the match at the very end. There were a couple of problems from Brown team. As the bounces cost them the game a lot, especially towards the end where they were unable to get the tanks out. And SZ's focus fire is this time not as on point as Brown. Brown's focus fire was perfect at the end, and it was pretty much the team that the squadron near B that is winning the fight for Brown. The other squadron has not done very well in my opinion. They were really struggling with the focus fire. It appears that no one there is helping with the focus, and they really need to be careful of that, because you don't want to lose like 3 tanks and then not being able to do much on that set. I mean, it all relies on a couple of the players here. I think most of them are from the squadron with Strasny. But well done to Brown. That was really intense. Fort Despair, now we're going in. And this map is going to be another good map for Brown, I think. Because Fort Despair does not have a lot of terrain. It's very flat. And it again favors a lot of brawling. And it's not open. It's not quite open as well. So this is a map that SZ, I think, will also struggle on. So if SZ is able to win one match here, one single match, then I think this can go either way. Brown, can they bring it home? They have now picked up the momentum. This is the moment they really need to show their good performance here. Now let's see Brown, red team from the south spawn, and SZ, blue team from the north spawn. This is going up evenly, and this is a Challengers tournament grand final we want to see. What is happening with Brown? Strasny has been consistently C-blocked there, trying to go for C. I mean, literally he got C-blocked because he wasn't allowed to go to C. See what I did there? I can hear a few boos coming from the viewers' perspective, so I'm so sorry. Now I think I will receive a couple more dislikes with that bad joke. But with C being captured by SZ potentially, And Horizon is going to get into B. Will Brown get a cap lead on B? And we will be seeing that soon. Horizon will get B. Piranha gets double tap, trying to decap B. Horizon does not take a shot. AZ will get C. That will put them just only one kill away from winning. I mean, from flipping the cap points, what am I talking about? And I am not sure whether it's a good idea for Brown to get that aggressive. For now. They need to beware of the numerical disadvantage. Kawaii could potentially be isolated there if SZ decides to push. So I don't think that would be the best call for Brown to take this location. But as we can see, SZ is a bit spread out. Russia is going to be quite important spotting stuff near A. But SZ is, I mean, SZ, they need to conserve hit points. They need to bleed enough to Brown for Brown to be able to lose with the push coming from SZ. There is still not a lot lots of stuff happening right now. Daytona in the M60 on the platform here. Not a lot still happening. There is still some time to go. We are talking about a minute and a half, or about 2 minutes to go for SZ before they absolutely have to make a relocation and also a push to get back the caps and take out the tanks. Have I done the maps correctly? I think I did. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, about 2 minutes to go for SZ, and now less than 2 minutes for SZ, and they really need to bleed Brown even more. The hit points are now really close, but still Brown has the slight hit point advantage. There is still chances. There are still chances for both teams. Both teams are still holding diligently, but DSN looking to make a big push onto B. This is going to be big. Brown, are they able to push C, or are they going to help B? Oh, it's all about the shot efficiency. It's about who can get the kills more quickly. Piranha is trying to get B, but Brown might be not unsuccessful in taking back B. They will get C instead, and this push can materialize for Brown. They need Hoot out of the way. On the other hand, we have B under a huge fight, but Brown looks a bit more consistent with C. They look to get Hoot out of the way, but Hawaii is also quite low. Hoot needs to get Hawaii as few hit points as he could. Hu Tao's now dead. Strashny kills Hu Tao. Mr. Insane is now dead. SZ is now controlling B, and Brown is steadily falling apart near B, but Brown has now made a big push onto Daytona. Not sure why Daytona has stayed behind there. Should have gone with the push on B, and Daytona will not last for long. Horizon is going to do a 1 versus 1. I think it's a good call. They're looking to get Shiroko or Frozen out of the way. Memento is going to hold up here. He needs to buy time for Brown for them to make the push quickly enough. Suraj is now dead. The hit point still in favor of Brown. The cap point still in favor of SZ. Brown will get B. It's a great call. Daytona is dead. We have Piranha down to 1 shot. There is still a chance for both teams, but Brown gets B. This is huge. SZ, Piranha is taken out. Memento is also taken out. Money is quite low, but that's that. Can they take Kawaii out of the way? Oh, Ikeno is now dead. Brown very close to winning this fight on Fort Despair. Manny puts a great shot onto Shiroko. It's going to be Gobu gets a kill onto Kawaii. Shiroko, great shot onto Manny, and we can see Rishi coming from behind. Manny needs to survive, but he couldn't. It's a 2 versus 3 now. SZ, there is an outside chance for SZ to win, but Gobu is now being shut down by 2 Brown tanks here, and that kill is going to give Brown the match point. And Siraj say, woohoo! There we go. SZ, 3 tanks doing more than 2k. And Brown, 4 tanks doing more than 2k. Well done to Brown. That is really close. Again, the push led by strategy is really good. Sort out their defense. Their defense seems so uncoordinated. That gave SZ the opportunity to isolate tanks. Look at how disorganized there as the tanks of Brown there. SZ could have won that if they were able to get the tanks more quickly and able to rotate back and shut down the push coming from there. And they also left tanks behind during the push, which is not advised. Like, what is the M60 doing right here? Like, Daytona should have gone with the team, not staying behind. That is a free tank for Brown. Now, Brown is leading 4-3 for the very first time. Brown has the advantage. SZ it really shows how important the maps are. The map pool. The map pool is against SZ. The last two maps have been against SZ. And thank you for the donation from Silly Willy, Nari, and also Spartan. Thank you very much. And yeah, 2 donations there. Did I actually say something about you, Avery? I missed that. So let's go back to Fort Despair. Why do you have to be so direct, Pink Muffins? About my jokes, come on. I am now sad. I am now... My disappointment... there's the meme about that.
Up and at 'em, lads.
Just forgot there. Do I... Yeah, I got the right scoreline. There we go. Brown, North Spawn, going mostly to C, but SZ blue team from the South Spawn going to C. And we could see SZ. Oh, they're going to make a big push on C. They're going to brawl with Brown. This is going to descend into anarchy. E-Cannon needs to push on. I sense things could get really messy here. And we can see E-Cannon bouncing onto Kawaii so far. It's SZ really training slightly better. Some shots onto Mr. Insane, but they're bouncing shots though. They're bouncing shots, so it's good. SZ on the other hand, where is Russia in the Type 71? Sports a strategy. Important one. Needs to land a shell. Momentum has been shot at. Oh, Piranha. It's going to be in trouble. Brown, great shot, Strathly, great shot. Double tap onto Piranha. Brown has sensed trouble in SZ. Oh, backside. But why is Siraj not putting a shell onto Piranha there? It's a track shot. But how did you miss bounce there, Siraj? That is disappointing. On the other hand, SZ has made a big push coming from C. This is going to make or break for SZ. But they need to focus fire, because it's a 4 vs 4. If they don't focus fire well, they are going to lose this brawl here. Diatone is coming in, but Brown has demanded control over B, and they are under a huge hit point advantage. And SZ, the focus fire is now coming through. They're trying to get Kawaii out of the way here. And Hu Tao misses the shot. Sirocco bounces the shot. E-Cannon is the focus for Brown. Kawaii needs to survive. And Brown isn't really sharing hit points nicely either. There are a couple of bounces here and there. And also Horizon trying his best to shield the team. The rest of Brown's team has now come in to support the team. But is it going to be enough? SZ's focus fire has tailed off significantly. And Brown now definitely feeling the victory is within their grasp. And SZ continuing to bounce their shots. I think this is all over for SZ. Brown coming from a 1-3 deficit. Big HE shot coming from behind from Horizon. Oh, Memento bounces a shot onto Sirocco. Congratulations to Brown. They won 5-3 against SZ. Huge congratulations to Brown. Coming from a 1-3 deficit to win 4 in a row. because they are drawn to good maps, and as said, the lack of the terrible shot efficiency in these last 4 matches really cost them the matches. They played their first 3 matches really nicely here, in my opinion, and the first 4 matches really nicely here. It was really good, great timing on the pushes, great focus fire. But I mean, when the maps aren't going in their favor, they start to struggle a lot with panning their shots. And again, this is what I say about SZ. They need to pan their shots. They have good ideas, they can do good pushes, they can focus fire, they just need to get their shots, and this is something they struggle a lot. They need to train their shot efficiency in the next few seasons. I believe in them. They have lots of potential. They just need to train their their individual skills. Great job to Brown, Strachny, instrumental in a couple of pushes and calls. He is one of the most important players on Brown's team, so congratulations to Brown. Some really great wins in the last 4 matches, some really great pushes, but they really need to sort out the defense. Their defense is very leaky, especially when they have the cap, when they are forced to hold with the caps. They suddenly cannot. They suddenly lose a lot of hit points, and also as you see with the pushes, Brown's defense, the tanks that are tasked to hold, they aren't organized. They look very disjointed, and they look confused as well. They just struggle to hold a lot. And again, also Brown, they struggle a little bit with panning their shots too. So they absolutely need to train on that in the next few seasons. They want to get to top 8, which I believe they can do this, but they really need to train hard for that. Oh, I didn't know. It's still quite low DPM, 2.4k calibrated, and 2.6k with Rambo. Well, 2.6k is not low though. I think it's okay, but we'll see. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Pink Puffins, I love you. So don't take this. Don't take this too hard. All right. So let's actually take a look at the results for the lower echelon championship. Do we have results? Well, let's find out now. Lower echelon championship. We have results. Oh, ARWV won! Congratulations to ARWV. They've won against UQ 5-2. That is a big scoreline. Congratulations to ARWV. They truly deserve to win the lower echelon championship, and that means also, let's look at Mabox. Mabox, come on, show yourself. Look at Mabox. Mabox correctly predicted both Brown and ARWV to win the grand finals tonight, so well done to Mabox. Mabox have not jinxed anyone, have not jinxed a lot of clans this season here. I think they jinxed a lot of games of Risk. Maybe Mabox is cursing Risk here, but this time Risk was predicted to lose against RN in round 10. But after the stream, after all the games finish in the Challenges tournament, I do want to I do want to put your attention to my next 2 streams on the APAC server, which will be the professionals tournament rounds 10 to 11 and then 12 to 14 in the next 2 days. They are even more important than what you're seeing tonight, in my opinion, although I don't want to ignore the importance of the games you're seeing tonight, the grand final of the Challengers Tournament. I'm sure Brown feels very overjoyed with their big comeback against SZ, winning 4 in a row. ARWV versus UQ, congratulations to ARWV 5-2 there. I am impressed by both teams tonight. SZ started really well, but then Brown gets the momentum going with 2 really good maps in their favor. Ubay and also Fort Despair. As I said on the stream, these 2 maps favor brawls and lots of heavies. It's not the maps that would feature lots of crossfire, which is something that I think SZ is better at. With the map control, and also the focus fire and the pushers. These 2 maps are really the maps for SZ, to be honest with you. But SZ has done what they could. They have put up a really good fight. Unfortunately, this is not the night for them. Again, this is their 4th defeat against Brown, and I believe I can input that result to power rating. And I believe we will see Brown will finish in the 8th place in the power rating. Oh, actually no. Actually, ARWV will be in the 10th place. SZ will be in the 11th place in the power rating. I'll put the final update on my server. As you can see, it's a huge decrease actually, from what I'm seeing here. Because actually not a huge decrease, as that was pretty much near 930 rating points, so they just lost a couple of them. Okay. All right, let me interact with you in the chat. I don't think I can have an interview with Charles because I don't speak Russian. What a nice tournament! It is a great tournament. GG to everyone. GG to Brown. Congratulations, commiserations to SZ. 5 Japanese teams in the top 12. I believe there was a time where we have 4 Japanese teams in the top 8. Or is it not the case? At least I remember there was 3. At least like last autumn season there were HLV, RN and Ho in the top 8. I'm not sure we had 8 Japanese teams before. But I mean, we also had like Dur, which was also a good Japanese team. So oh, Siraj was said to track VK. Oof, that's why. That's why here it's here. It's that. Okay. Oh, was Motion Nick there? Was Motion Nick there? What's the IGN? Because I remember back back when I was streaming the challenges and PYS, motioning is motioning in the game. Where is Alexandra? In my basement, just joking. No, that is that's a good question, and I don't know the answer to your question. Maybe you should ask for it instead. So sorry about that. A lot of people voted for Brown. There were like a lots of votes there, which I can't be bothered to scroll up. And Brown is not a Russian team, although there are 2 Russian players there. Yes, that is the meme I was thinking of. My disappointment is immeasurable. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. That is my message to Pink Puffins. But please take it as a joke. There will be no highlights. I can't make highlights immediately. So this is something Wargaming could do with their media team, but they haven't been providing me highlights now, so I can't show them. Huh, what did I forget? Yeah. Peg Puffins said something really important about Unported spec. It's really, really difficult to get. You can try to get A out in the open if there is no one shooting you. Actually, you know what? Azet could get A after they pushed. They just need to get a light tank to drop in there and get A after their push, and actually they will give themselves a strong cap advantage in the end. Oh, thanks for the donation. Nari again. And as I didn't play terribly tonight, I think the last 4 matches they were struggling a lot with panning their shots. Had they done it, I think the games would have been a lot closer. Did I ignore Sheridan Round's professional photo? Maybe I did. Because the chat is very active tonight, I am prone to miss some messages from you. Okay, good. I think I reacted to all your messages. And after you get your containers, well, after you, I mean, after a certain amount of time, you should be able to get enough containers. However, problem is you might have to wait for a little while in order to. Yeah, you have to wait a little longer to. I mean, I think Wargaming has to get crates, containers to your account manually. I'm not sure how they do it, but you will have to wait for some time in order for the awards to be accrued to your account. They have to say Nomad got lucky in the top 8 because of weak teams' opposition. However, they went really close against Brown. Brown only managed to win 3-2 against Nomad, and it's not like, I mean, it's not like Brown. I mean, Brown has won some big clans, but not a consistent one. So, I mean, if they did, actually, I think they could actually get top 8. It's actually not far away from what I'm thinking at the moment. Just a couple of results against, a couple of draws against the favor of Brown. I believe if we have another stage, we could potentially get an even better top 8. But then I would say, from what I saw in previous skill tournaments, Nomad deserves to be in the top 8. And yeah, they even won against ID on one of the final in the final PYS. So they went really close. I mean, yesterday, I forgot which one it is. Yes, I see the chat, newbie. I can see the chat. I am not deluded. Alright, and I think you might be able to get all the rewards now. If not, if the counter is still increasing, I'll analyze a match here. What am I missing? No, I think I don't have anything missing here. Okay, let's analyze.
Sereno Black.
Let's analyze for New Bay for now. The first match of New Bay, and I just have to mute this ad here, and we'll figure out how SZ could do better and what Brown could do better, because it's not like both teams have done everything correctly, in my opinion. We will just go to this right now. And I need to set that up for a moment. And yes, here we go. Let's see. Since when Sheridan has a lot of DPM, there was a buff. I think you missed that. This is why a lot of teams have taken the Sheridan now, because the DPM has been improved massively. Now we can see Brown looking to go to A, and that said, also going to A, this could turn to a raw fest soon. Mr. Insane has been spotted. Manny has been spotted. We could see Brown, great shots onto E-Cannon. But they really need to hold out here. B have been captured. Oh, but this is probably not a good move from Strashny. The idea is to go to the slope here, but what is the purpose? I mean, maybe a bit too early to get that. Especially when the M60 are there to shut you down. Look at, there are 5 shots here. Maths, let's do maths. At least 2000 damage will be inflicted on Strashny, so that's pretty much the entire tank out of the way. You don't want to lose that many hit points at the start, do you? Don't make this move unless you're clear to go to the ramp without taking a big beating. Strashny's being quite impatient here. As we captured, I mean. And we can see that I turned down. Oh, great shots to Strashny, what? Okay, also Hu Tao. Although I'm not sure if it's intentional, but that's an important track shot. That will prevent Strashny from going further up. So maybe this is why there is a shot bounce. But then E-Cannon will come back to put a shot in there. What is Strashny doing here? Oh, that was a bounce though. As that, although not able to put all of their shells in, Strashny has taken a beating while going to the slope here. As that, on the other hand, this is a great push. There are 2 tanks from below, of Brown below, trying to get C. Strashny has only started pushing upwards to the slope, so with Horizon being an isolated tank, take that tank out, and then we could have Ezard, these tanks. You're going back, provide crossfire, link up with the M60 and the Type 71 below to get Strashny out and another tank of 1-1Z out, which is Memento. But they have to go past. They will get crossfire from the middle, but they really need to take some hits there. So far so good for Asset. They have found Brown to be isolated. A well-timed push. They just need to get their shots in. They're going to make a big push on Horizon. This can be a really good call. While Brown is capturing A with two tanks. Horizon won't last long, but E cannot. Oh, this is an even bigger opportunity for the M60 to start coming in. But I'm really not sure why they've taken the other lane, because that was a huge opportunity to go here. Help E-Cannon take out Strashny and also distract Memento. So this is kind of I think what they're trying to do here is to try to shoot tanks over to A. But there is some distance here. You rather kind of go support this tank with Shiroko also coming in to support and take out Strashny and also Memento. So let's continue to watch. It's also very, very low. So it's all about as that they need the efficiency. But Brown is very, very spread out at the... Okay, and then at this point, Brown will get all 3 caps. So at this point, Asset definitely needs to get all the kills, but they're starting to get distracted. They need the hit list. Strashny is a target that will be a nuisance, but had E-Cannon and also the M60Os and the T100 LTs deal with Strashny first, then Gobu can just focus on Horizon. I think this is sometimes... this is why good teams are really the top teams are top 8, because they are able to have to deal with situations on 2 different locations. Let's continue to watch. The moment NZ seems to be a bit more together, and they aren't able to get Horizon quickly enough, but it will be Heraldia that gets the kill. Oh, I think it's a mistake here. The T100 LT rammed into Manny there, taking some shots. Although, it's also a good opportunity to take out Mr. Insane. E-Cannon is dead, so that's unfortunate. It's going to happen for some time, but the asset definitely needs to start killing tanks out. Hu Tao will have to connect with the light tank on Mr. Insane and then Mani, but then Memento will come in and they will be in trouble. Here, Ecano is now dead, but Horizon lands a great shell onto Gobu. Piranha will bounce onto Horizon. Oh dear, SZ. The shot efficiency is not in their favor with... Yeah, and I can see that SZ is getting quite confused and taking out tanks. They have spent unnecessarily long time to take out tanks, and that is allowing Brown to now regroup, and they're now trying to push the line up. Because you can see the main minimap here, pretty much a good line there, and they're quite close, and SZ is now in deep trouble. Look at the hit points as well. SZ is under a hit point disadvantage. Brown, now they have made a comeback. They're going to get all their focus here. We are seeing shots and fights from the top and the bottom, and we are seeing Mr. Insane dead. Horizon also out of the fight. Brown with 3 caps. This is looking really strong. Gobu is out of the fight. SZ. This is what I say about New Bay not being their map, because this is all about brawls, all about getting your shots in. SZ simply bounces too many shells. Despite a good call in the push, they weren't able to take out tanks quickly enough. Brown was able to make use of the time here. Yeah, and at this point it is pretty certain that Brown was going to win. They are just leading by more than 5,000 hit points. So I think the problem here is first of all, let's just rewind a little bit. Just go back to the push that was coming from SZ. This is a great overview, as you can see. There were 3 tanks above versus 1 down here. So this is a great call for SZ. 2 tanks that are under the ridge here, under. So they are pretty much out of the fight. You don't want them to put shots in you. E-Cannon, however, is a one-shot. So unfortunately, I think these 2 tanks should have gone here. Support, Sirocco support. Take this one out. These 2 tanks there. SZ needs to prevent these 2 tanks from shooting them. They want to keep these 2 tanks out of the fight as much as they can. Just buy enough time for the team to take out Horizon, get all your shells panned. After that, after Horizon is killed, if Strasny has been killed more quickly, either these tanks could try to come in to kill Memento, depending on where Memento is, here or here. Okay, there is also one tank. You can't get A now, but if you get enough kills, if you get 3 kills, you have a lot of time. And Sirocco in this situation, potentially now in this location, I think in his position, take out Memento, go to B. In that situation, you will get some caps back, and if Brown tanks are able to kind of move forward, flank from behind, what SZ can then do, the T100 LTA after capturing B, capture C. In this situation, you will get 2 caps back, and it's look at the cap points. It's still not a lot of cap points for both teams, and there is a lot of time to get those 2 caps back. With 3 tanks down, you can pretty much try to regroup and get the other 4 tanks out. It's probably a lot easier for SZ to win than it was seen in this one. So there is a lot of chance, to be honest with you. So my kind of the take-home message here is It's a good push onto the bridge. These tanks should not have come into this position. Should have moved in, get the isolated Astrosty and Memento. T100LT move in, support the team, try to see if you can help take out Astrosty and Memento, and then start going to get caps. Okay, and then at this point you will have a big advantage with caps and kills, and it's going to be potentially you will lose E-Cannon. E-Cannon is probably going to die with the low hit points. Probably going to die. You will probably lose one tank, but as a trade, you will be able to kill 3 tanks. So you will force the issue to a 6 versus 4. It's much better than the situation you see later on. So I think that is a little bit of misplay with the M60, and I think this is a huge reason why SZ lost the fight here. It could have gone to a 4-1 there, this situation, if SZ is able to pull this one off. Alas, it's not the case. So this is how I think about this match here. I think SZ can win this one with the right calls. I think simply with M60 going to the left would have increased the chances massively in winning. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I think about this match. So it's a lot about teamwork, I agree. So there we go. I'll go back to the lounge. I just have to double check where the I just have to double check quickly whether we only are able to get containers for 1 hour and 10 minutes. Yeah, 1 hour and 10 minutes. So I believe it's going to. I believe you aren't going to get rewards now. So I'm going to end the stream here. Yeah, teamwork is very important. So this is what I drew on the stream here. I mean, it's also about teamwork here, in my opinion. And I know what you're saying, don't expect anything special from challengers. They're trying to learn basic stuff, and I agree with that. They have to get the basics right. I think the basics that SZ needs continue improving your shot efficiency, get your shots in. Brown, for me, don't rely too much on Strashny. Your defense needs to be sorted out. Strashny can make good calls, can make good moves, can coordinate the team, but he can't coordinate everyone. So you really need to sort out your defense. You need to assign someone to make calls on the defense. I mean, we saw that the defense can look very disjointed there, so this is something you need to work on. There is another stream tomorrow, but there will be no rewards as well, there might be rewards, but as I'm told at the moment, I am not told that there will be rewards tomorrow. But make sure you follow the stream tomorrow. First, I will be following GV versus GRS, I believe, or is it not? And then Risk versus Riri. Okay, so thank you all for watching. See you tomorrow. Hope we'll see you all back tomorrow as we follow the final few days of the competitive, extremely competitive professional tournament on the APAC server. Catch you later soon. Good night all on the APAC server. Bye for now.